must be back in Northern Ireland now. We've got the wee environmental sign. Well, some more rocks. Let's hope there's no dogs come attack us, pet. No car park. There's a wee lane up there. They might have car parking. I'm not chancing. No, there's no car parking. Well, I'm on up to we see. Not even room for one car. There's a wee bit of history. Just thinking, look, the tarmac changes. Tarmac, that must be the border there. No, hang on, we're still in the Republic. Department for Communities. No, NI government. I reckon that's the border there. That Yield's up there. That's Yield. So we're just, I don't know more. We're in the Republic here. Up these wee steppies now, pet. You go up the grass. You want to go up the grass? No. Up. I can't really get up there. Can you jump up there? Well, I can jump better than. You see, I mean, what up this way? Up this way. You always find that the Northern Ireland State Monuments are always kept in good condition, even if nobody goes to them. If nobody goes to them, these boys keep them cut. They've changed the name. The private community, they've changed the name. That's the ones on the Road Valley Country Parks. The same fonts and everything else. Dogs and lead, they didn't always have that. Well, it used to be dogs under control. Keep your dog under control. You don't need a lead. As long as there's no food around, you're okay. So look at this, well, this looks alright. This looks okay, well. Couple of wee plaques missing. That one there's missing. That one over there's missing. And cut the grass, you think you'd write it down in this wee notebook. A couple of things missing here. Bear in mind this is a burial tomb, so I was wondering, like, should it not be covered in clay? There's some big stones there. Them stones is brave and big, like. Look at that there, look at that. Now, I'm not one for going into a grave, like, but at the end of the day, it was a grave. The body mightn't be there, but it was a grave. I feel like a grave robber, like, just going in and... What the hell have you got big stones there, and that big one up? So this big one here in the front ain't holding that roof up. That stone's balanced on top of that stone. A wee bit of a balancing act there. There's not much holding them big stones up. There's big stones all around it, but they ain't holding the roof up. Oh, the phone's going to go off now. There's a fly buzzing around me. Oh, she's just hanging on there by the corner. A wee bit there. That's all rubble in there. All the way to that rock is going in that wee corner. See, maybe it was meant to go in that wee corner. Maybe they had decided different, but it went wrong. So I always reckon they should be under the ground. They were covered in clay. But look at the size of that rock there, like. These rocks are looking bigger than some of the rocks in the stone circles. Probably because it's not buried in the ground. It's just sitting on the ground. Now, a lot of times these big rocks stand up, half the rocks is buried. I've got a couple there in the farmer's field. So that was part of it as well. And the farmer moved his wee fence back once upon a time and these boys couldn't get it back off him. But not them rocks there must, and then maybe there's a couple left over. You know when you do a wee building job, you build a new house, you've always got a wee bit of stuff left over. Maybe that's left over from this. A few spares. What do you reckon, Willow? Ah, that's pretty good, Willow. Now, if the grass wasn't cut, you wouldn't be able to see most of it. What's all this? Why are you so far down? Probably there's no wee plaques now to tell us more about it. Need to take a wee photograph of it out, Willow. Well, I haven't got you in this here. Come on you up here. Come on. This could be a Stone Age puppy kennel. Stone Age puppy kennel. Well, I got a photograph of you beside this. Come on. Look at that there, look. Somebody's had a steel there. There's been steel pegs. Do you know what that is there, boys? Do you know what that is? That's to split the rock in two. You drill your holes. There's a name. Them first bits go on. Then these second bits go on. You bang it with a hammer. And you do a line on them. And you split your rock. And that rock didn't split. But that's steel there. When did they have steel? Do you think there's somebody come and try and vandalise that or what? But like when they first done that years ago, they had no drills. You use a hammer and a chisel and you banged your hole in. So the holes weren't perfectly round. Why would that be done to one of these rocks? I would have thought these rocks were going back thousands of years before this came out. But then how did they? See, the thing is, they didn't split the rocks. If you look at all these stone monuments, that's the way the rocks come out of the ground. Then we started splitting rocks when we started building all these fancy houses. They split the stone, but that's how you split stone. You bang a hole in it. Today they still do it today. If you went to a quarry now and you say, well, I want that for a tabletop there, and they got a big chunk in the quarry, they're not going to get that to a sawmill. They'll drill the holes with an electric drill and they put them in and it's just split across. But you have to look for a sort of fault in the stone. It's like a wood grain. The rock wants to split a certain way, so it could be, I'm not an expert in this, but it could be if you look at that rock, it can't split that way, it can split that way. So depending on what way your grain goes in the rock, they know where to put these boys in and use the natural weakness of the rock to split it. And then what you do then, you bang your pin in, and you bang that with a hammer, bang, bang, bang. Wait a wee bit, it's tight, then you bang this one, bang, bang, bang. And then you've probably got an all 5 or 6 the whole way along. And then when that one's tight, you go back to the start, you do it again, you keep doing it, and then somewhere along the lines, it's a crack, nice clean crack. That's how it works. So what's that doing in this Bronze Age or what? I don't know, but look it up on Google. What is this place? 6 o'clock, well, 6 o'clock. I've forgotten the name of the place now, what we're at. No satellite now, like. There you are. I'll get this. It's that there, Court Tomb. Somebody give it 5 stars, like. 4.7 it's got out of 35 reviews. But let's look about here. What is it? Wheelchair accessible entrance? No. It's not actually telling us none of the history of it. Then you go to a website. If you go to a website, I thought it would try to. No, we'll go to a website. You get a lot of crap you don't want. It's going to take us now to NIE, the whole government. Look, ring of Gullion, like. All I know was what's them 2 pegs in there for. See, we're on the geology and everything now, like all I want to know what that is. So it's not going to tell us. These are websites, very rarely tell you what you want to know. You just use them as links to try and get you to do other stupid things. So that's all about Ring of Gullion. Been there, done that, haven't we? Well, we done the Ring of Gullion. I might take a few wee photographs now. I've been taking photographs in a while. This camera here is useless, you see. And I haven't looked the other side. Now, because you can come sometimes and go and you lose. You think you've seen it, but you really haven't. See, I wouldn't even out the gate there, and I haven't seen the back of that stone there. And it looks different from this side. Look. Our stone mustn't shift now. We need another block, boys. Give me another one. Ah, it's not quite right yet. We need another wee one. Another wee one. How many more blocks do you need? You just give me another block. And then they finally got it to stay up. Now, bear in mind, there's a stone here missing. Why would you put that big stone there and then put that one over that? If I was doing that, I'd put that long ways to try and make a roof out of it. You'd think you'd do that, wouldn't you? You're making a roof. See, somebody could be, look at them wee stones there. Have they been there? I can move that. I can move that stone. Now, I'm not going to move it. The big rocks touch it no more. Are they trying to say that that stone's been there for a couple of thousand years and no young boys come and poke that in? The stones over there aren't touching nothing. Their ones found down there probably came out of there. So them stones, it might be a wee bit like what they do in the Republic. They mightn't be in the exact same place. Big ones are aye, but them wee ones. Ah, go on the side. Go on the side. Alright? You still wouldn't want a kennel like that, would you, Willow? No. Bit drafty too. Bit drafty. Let's give them wee homes now, the wee slugs. Look at that wee boy there. I've seen a couple of wee tiny slugs here. No big ones yet, all wee tiny ones. Maybe the Victorians had a couple of loose stones lying around and tried to make a fire, you don't know. See if there's all green there, maybe somebody's putting yogurt on, trying to get a wee bit of moss to grow. That stone there has gone underneath that wall. They built that wall over the top. Then all big stone there, you see. That one upright. So that upright stone is part of this. Now you think the Northern Outcrows could clear a couple of these wee walls and build a wall around it and clear that stone the way it should be. There's only a couple of stones need moved. And the farmer won't give up the land, will he? Not give it up. But they can give the farmer some of that land there and get a wee bit of this. Make this into a rectangle instead of a circle. When they built this, they didn't have no fences up. That's it, Willow. That's it. I'll get a couple of wee photographs now. I like a couple of wee photographs of Willow. I like the YouTube videos better. I like to see them moving around and all. I like to say I like to hear them, but Willow doesn't make much noise apart from the complaining she does. Let me take a wee photograph now while we're here. I'm going to try and get the stones into it. I've very few photographs of Willow this last while. Oh, that's a good one. That's a couple of good ones there. Willow always looks miserable in photos. See, when you look at photographs, she always looks depressed in them. She does. But the camera can get a wee bit of a tail going now and again. Aye, and the camera can get a wee bit of scratches and all that there. Photographs don't get that, don't they not? Yeah, both stuff. There's one other thing I'm interested in while I'm down this way, and that's the viaduct. What's the chance of seeing the viaduct today? Can't do it tomorrow with the caravans on, but it's getting late now. Oh no, honey. Now, I had to give a wee rest there. The poor thing was done out. She was in the car, the big heavy shower was on. And I caught up the front and she got comfortable and she went to sleep. I could see the wee eyes moving, you know, when she's dreaming. You can't even waken her up then when she's doing that. Well, I'll stay there getting a couple wee photographs. Put these in Google Photos, or put these in Google Maps. Wee shadows no longer weigh me, but there's wee photographs in Google Maps and wee shadows in them. Come on now, pet. So as far as monument goes, it is a 5-star monument, but would you want ones travelling to see it? There's no information. So I had to put down the review, the information panels are missing. Best thing to do is just take a few photographs. See, that there's nice there, like. That there's a nice wee, but you don't even know if this lane's original. You know, take a wee photograph of this too for Google Maps. And people can, Google reviews, I mean. See this phone here? I do not like this phone. I'm going to buy myself a new one for Christmas. But you need something on Christmas Day, like, so I'll do it to Christmas. Get the Black Friday sale. And I'll open up on Christmas. You want to go down this way, Pat? No, I don't mind you down this way. They need a lay-by. So if I did a review now, I would put in the fact there's no parking. It's not suitable for wheelchairs. I like to put information in that people need to know. Everybody puts in, oh, wonderful place where we walk. Oh, wonderful. And that tells you nothing. Just be careful here now, Pet. I seen that sign there on Google Maps. When I seen that sign, I knew it'd be worth going to. But most people wouldn't take a photograph of that sign. They'd take a photograph of a rock, and you don't know what it could be up in the mountain. You may have to walk across 5 fields. Up you go. But because I seen that sign, I knew it had to be proper. The blue sign. Right, well, we'll end this wee video here.